The Red Hawk sniper team suffered devastating losses in the rain. A sniper, barely clinging to life with a massive hole in his chest, fought through the pain to send a message, reporting in command, "We." Our entire squad was wiped out by a mutated lobster. The commander frowned, a look of concern washing over his face. Understood. Stalker, we'll retrieve the rest of your team. You are all heroes of our nation. Just then, someone rushed in, clearly agitated. Commander, report. The main base is under a massive mutant attack. They've broken through the first line of defense. Damn it. There's definitely a mole within the Yanuang High Command, and not even a mutant. It's time to initiate the Soaring Dragon Project. Whitewashing burst into laughter. My lord, we'll take care of these two little pests. Get him. Mantis Shrimp. Whitewashing controlled the mutant lobster, sending it straight towards Bai. Bai was taken aback. Spicy crawfish can fight. It looks so tasty. Whoa, check out my perfect dodge. Bai exclaimed, stepping back to evade the attack, then noticed a loud crash. It was who had just kicked the mutant lobster flying. Bai sighed. Damn it, why does someone always have to hog the spotlight? So what if they're good at martial arts? Long landed heavily right next to Sage, taunting, well, my tasty little morsel, where do you think you're off to? Ha! Sage exclaimed in despair. Damn it. Without warning, a lightning-fast assault erupted from a towering structure in the distance, hurtling towards Long. Its velocity was terrifying, yet Long, with uncanny prescience, foresaw its trajectory. Long bellowed with amusement. By the heavens, a swift projectile indeed. The launched arrow possessed unimaginable velocity, tearing through the very earth and plunging into the subterranean currents below. A squad of flower fish mewing, eyes sharp and focused, watched ahead, drawing their bows and aiming, charging up a single shot, featherless bloom arrow. With a swift, powerful motion, Long plunged both hands deep into the earth, then unleashing a tremendous force. A colossal stone shuddered and groaned. Then, with a mighty heave, Long hurled the massive rock towards the flower fish, but she didn't flinch, calmly drawing their bows, and releasing a volley of arrows that shattered the giant stone into pieces. A low chuckle rumbled from Long's chest. Ah, if it isn't the Yanuang Guardian, Qing Long, gracing us with their presence at last. Not far off, silhouetted against the downpour, Qing Long stood in stoic silence. Black Tiger, we're spent. We need to get out of here now. Mirror has already been sent for treatment. Black Tiger grumbled. Fierce Feather Clan's flower fish. And the Yanuang Guardian, Qing Long. Maybe we still have a chance. Legend says the Yanuang Guardians passed down an incredible divine artifact through the generations. The old Dongying invaders really suffered because of that thing. Grandpa Ni agreed. That's right, there is such an artifact. But I've heard it has a lot of limitations, and only the Guardian can use it. The one who defeated the Dongying forces back then only used about half its power, and in the end, all his meridians were destroyed, and he died the next day. Black Tiger chuckled. Qing Long always fights using the least amount of effort, so his true strength is anyone's guess. There might still be a chance. Qing Long shed his raincoat. Prepared. Qing Long, Guardian of Yanuang, please advise. The Yanuang Guardian Qing began martial arts training at just 3 years old. He practically grew up immersed in Yanuang's most potent elixirs and medicinal baths, and by 12, he was already bulletproof and blade resistant. By 18, he was as strong as a modern level 9 hunter. At 22, he officially became a Yanuang Guardian, earning the title, Long. For the last 3 years, they say he's been in deep-sea seclusion in some hidden cave. Actually, it's been nearly 5 years since he last really fought. Still, but for those of us at this level, making significant progress in martial arts is incredibly difficult. 5 years is just the blink of an eye. Suddenly, Black Tiger choked up. 5 years ago, at that martial arts tournament, I fought him. He absolutely destroyed me. I questioned everything about my life afterwards. That's why I know he can do this. With a sudden surge of power, Long lunged directly at Qing Long, shouting, I'll just have to see for myself what the strongest in Yanuang is made of now. Qing Long met the incoming, thunderous blow with an open palm. Unload. In that very instant, a colossal Taikai Bagua diagram manifested, radiating outwards from the nexus of Qing Long's hand. A thrill coursed through Long. Excellent. You possess the strength to withstand my heavenly aura. Ninth level. He unleashed a swift punch. Yet Qing Long's velocity was breathtaking, and Long's fist merely collided with his phantom afterimage. In that instant, Long's senses pinpointed Qing Long's whereabouts. A predatory grin spread across his face as he lunged. Qing Long lay prone, palms pressed to the earth, legs thrust skyward, as if channeling some potent energy. Inch Dragon. A deafening explosion erupted, and Long was sent flying back by the sheer force. Even the rain around them seemed to recoil. Flower Fish's gaze sharpened, recognizing her chance. Divine technique. Storm of arrows piercing heart. With blinding speed, the flower fish unleashed a torrential volley of arrows. A veritable storm of projectiles hurtled directly towards Long. So that's the fierce Feather Clan's piercing heart arrow storm. Looks like little flower fish finally pulled off that move. 9,999 G materialization, arrows mixed with 9 terrifying, rose feather arrows. That's a real divine technique, not something you can just pull off with a life burn. Grandpa Ni remarked with awe. Yanuang's Team 1 has really grown at an incredible pace these last few years. Makes sense, with the whole country backing them, unlike us freelancers. Still, it's amazing that Qing Long could hold his own against the Zombie King right from the start. Long just chuckled in midair, facing that storm of arrow rain head on. Long exclaimed in surprise. That single kick had actually managed to momentarily seal my chi gate, but in the next instant, the tempest of arrow rain descended upon him. Long could do nothing but adopt a defensive posture. Long suddenly realized something wasn't right, instantly dodged, and chuckled. A few of those arrows are not like the others. Long kept weaving through those unusual arrows, chuckling. So, there were 9 mixed in, huh? Too bad, not a single one landed. Flower Fish panted. Got you. Long suddenly realized something. Huh? This arrow with no energy signature. It actually pierced my defenses. Featherless bloom arrow. Heart-piercing flower. Bloom. Black Tiger suddenly exclaimed. I get it now. All those thousands of arrows looked like they were concealing those 9. But actually, those 9 were the bait. The real killer move was hidden within the thousands. No wonder it's a divine technique that can instantly kill rank 9 hunters. Long suddenly coughed up blood. The intel was wrong. There's actually a woman here who can launch divine level attacks. Interesting. This single arrow just drained the life force of 100,000 people from me, and linked my heart to this flower. Looks like I underestimated you top-tier Yanuang fighters. Long chuckled menacingly. But you dead woman, do you realize there's a price to pay for wounding me? Without hesitation, Qing Long instantly lunged at Long. Behind Flower Fish, a monster was silently approaching her in the rain. Flower Fish saw what was behind her, but her hand was still shaking uncontrollably. My right hand won't be able to shoot an arrow for the rest of the week. Long roared with laughter. You sent some level 9 hunters after me. Well, I've got one of my own, and just so you tasty little morsels don't get away, I've even evolved it to be super fast. The former level 9 hunter, Wolf Chieftain, chuckled. This mutated body is seriously powerful. I feel like I'm bursting with energy, and right off the bat, there's a flower of a beauty for me to have some fun with. Wolf Chieftain laughed loudly. I'm so happy. Beauty, I've longed for you, for a long time. Before, Qing Long protected you, but today. Ha! In just the few seconds he was stunned. Flower Fish had already disappeared without a trace. Wolf Chieftain roared. Get back here. Flower Fish nimbly leapt across the building walls. By the heavens, no wonder communication with Wolf was severed. He has fallen under the Zombie King's dominion. Flower Fish, while possessing formidable offensive capabilities and remarkable agility, is burdened by a lamentable fragility. She must not fall into Wolf's clutches. He bears the grim moniker of 3-Second Man. Wolf Chieftain erupted in a triumphant bellow and gave chase. Black Tiger was talking non-stop how this guy once did it with 20 girls in 1 minute. His speed was unbelievably fast. He's the very definition of a pervert. Sage coughed. Blacked as you could be a stand-up comedian. Grandpa Ni sighed. The side effects of our life burn have started. Now, forget about helping. We can't even walk a few steps. The rest is up to fate. Amidst the torrential rain, Sunny Dark etched arcane symbols upon the sodden earth, her voice a low murmur of incantations. The small paper effigy on the ground writhed, and contorted around the forming sigil in time with her mystic pronouncements. Flower Fish fled with desperate haste. Wolf Chieftain, a relentless pursuer, his laughter echoing through the rain. Cease your futile flight. Within Jing City's confines, no sanctuary awaits you. Wolf Chieftain roared with laughter. Come on, have a taste of my iron wire worm tentacles? Those thick tentacles shot towards Flower Fish in an instant. Vile cur. Instantly, Flower Fish produced several throwing blades, parting swallow dart, and with swift precision, launched them towards Wolf Chieftain. The throwing blades, defying expectation, curved through the air with uncanny precision, soaring towards Wolf Chieftain's head like swift swallows. Yet, Wolf Chieftain possessed astonishing speed. Wolf Phantom Dash. With blinding swiftness, he evaded the projectiles. He unleashed a triumphant bellow. Ah, little beauty, the exertion of that divine technique has clearly left you enfeebled. The parting swallow dart of my recollection possessed a velocity more than twice this meager display. Wolf Chieftain roared with laughter. Looking all weak and breathless like that, I can have my fun with you right now. I'll make sure you have the time of your life. With that, he increased his speed. Qing Long noticed what was happening over there. In the fleeting instant of Qing Long's distraction, Long's brutal assault descended. Heavenly aura strike. Long unleashed a triumphant bellow. Engaging me in combat, yet you dare to divert your focus. It appears this woman holds significant value for you. Ha, he just used my move to directly escape underground. Does he still think he can drill through the ground for 1,000 miles to save someone? That will only make both of you die faster. Bai gripped the red blade of the left protector in his right hand, and the number 57 flying light wheel in his left. With number 63 laser eyes activated, he threatened, Your manta shrimp is already moon shrimp cakes. You're next. Black Wuchu scoffed. This gear-dependent fool dares to act so cocky. Without another word, Bai hurled the flying light wheel, shouting, Feast your eyes on my high-tech treasure. Black Wuchu reacted swiftly, instantly backing away to evade the attack. Humans, your evil deeds are countless. Just accept your fate and surrender your lives. Black Wuchu yelled, No good. But it was too late. Qing Long suddenly burst from beneath the ground, and slammed into Black Wuchow's back with a fierce attack. Hammer Dragon. A deafening explosion erupted as a massive Tai Kai Bagua slowly materialized on Black Wuchow's chest, signifying his demise. Bai, I've already shattered every organ and tissue in his body. Do me a favor and head west to help that archer in red fight the werewolf. Black Wuchu instantly fell to the ground, his body still twitching uncontrollably. Bai was stunned. Great heavens. Go, now, he urged. Catching a large rock, Long tossed his way without looking. In the next instant, Long arrived with a thunderous roar. Qing Long, I used Zombie Island to lure you out of Jing City, and then used these hunters to refine my body. You must feel it by now. There's still an uncontrollable, savage power surging within me. This power was too much for my original body to handle, but now I can control it. So, don't waste any more time. Unleash your 9-dragon hairpin. Let's have a good fight. Qing Long replied fearlessly, As you wish. Bai, looking confused, murmured, 9-dragon hairpin. The legendary Yanuang supreme treasure. 9-dragon hairpin is said to have been crafted by the Yanuang Yellow Emperor using an extraterrestrial divine meteorite. Each of the 9-dragon hairpins can store the cultivated Gi of a level heaven expert. The 9-dragon hairpin is Yanuang's highest grade true divine artifact. Yet, even ordinary level heaven experts can't withstand the power of 2 hairpins. The one who fought Dong Ying back then only endured 4 before. Qing Long directly plunged in the 9-dragon hairpin and roared, Fiend, let's see if you can withstand the might of a Yanuang divine artifact. Dragon Soul Awakening. A verdant luminescence erupted from Qing Long, and upon his brow, emerald dragon horns began their majestic ascent. With the fury of a thunderbolt, Qing Long lunged at Long. Long roared with laughter, a challenge echoing through the air. Then come, and face me. Qing Long's attack slammed directly into Long's face. Celestial Apex Strike. Long was instantly blasted away, vanishing without a trace. The force of the impact detonated with cataclysmic power. Long was launched like a projectile, tearing through building after building in his violent trajectory. Long chuckled, Heh heh. Seems like you didn't put your full power into that, did you? That strength isn't going to cut it. If that's all you've got, you might as well go back and train for another 2 years before trying to challenge me again. After all this time I've been looking forward to this, and it's actually quite disappointing. Long landed with a resounding thud. 3 hairpins are all it will take to deal with you. Spare me your pointless words. Long smiled faintly. I see. Only 3 hairpins, eh? The Yenuang supreme treasure lives up to its reputation. Well then, let's see how many of those your body can handle. Long was blasted away once more, crashing through that iconic building. Long instantly pursued him, saying, "All right, the little test you wanted is over now. Show me your true power. I've already picked out a beautiful, scenic spot for your grave." The heavens themselves convulsed with flashes of lightning and the roar of thunder, as Long erupted in maniacal laughter. "Excellent, excellent! Then feast your eyes upon the ultimate culmination of my evolution. Behold my true and final form." A cataclysm of black and crimson lightning exploded from Long, his voice a thunderous pronouncement. "Behold, insignificant mortals, witness the true majesty of a predator at the zenith of existence." Whitewashing recoiled in utter disbelief. "You, the very ichor that courses through your veins is the same as ours. Why this betrayal? This is akin to the very beanstalk being consumed by the fire meant to cook its fruit," he murmured, a broken whisper. "Fool, you are so loud." Whitewashing was seized by the killing momentum hand, and pleaded, "All right, big brother, please, let me go. We should be a loving family." Was rather speechless. Without hesitation, he drove the blood blade deep into Whitewashing's flesh. A gruesome process of absorption began. Whitewashing erupted in a heart-wrenching shriek. "Ag, my very lifeblood, desist, do not consume me." This is the bitterest irony, like the stalk fueling the fire that consumes the bean. Whitewashing collapsed onto the ground, still muttering, "Like boiling beans with their own stalks." Grandpa Nee murmured, "This other Bai's strength actually seems a bit greater than mine." "But this cultivation technique," urged everyone, "we should get out of here quickly. I'll go and face the zombie king." Flower Fish was still desperately fleeing in the rain. The wolf chieftain instantly grabbed her, and excitedly exclaimed, "Ah, I've caught my little beauty." Wolf chieftain greedily bit by bit tore open Flower Fish's clothes. "Little beauty, don't be afraid. It won't hurt at all." By carrying number 13 rocket thruster roared, and arrived. "Hey, you crotch-hiding needle guy, let go of that girl."